Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Hello, dear students. We started in our last lesson the unit 4, which is an amazing topic also. There are lots of interesting things that we enjoyed together in the last lesson. Now, just to remind you, we're going to recall very quickly what are the things that we talked about. We have our unit. We started, of course, with unit 4, which is the world of TV. Now, the world of TV was an enjoyable topic here. We read together, we listened, and also we guessed different names of films or movies based on the paragraphs that we had. Now, we have our homework, which is on page number 49. The homework is, of course, here to apply the vocabulary. Now we can see that we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 words. Now these words we studied, we gave examples about their meanings. Of course, just to revise them, we have the word abrupt, we have animated, we have prominent, untimely, we have also delusions, we have capture, we have prestigious, and we have conspiracy. So these words here, we are going to just see what are the suitable spaces or blanks for each word. Now we have number 1. The Lion King is an example of a or an film. So we know that The Lion King is a type of movie here. We agreed that it is an animated film. We have the second one, number 2. The Nobel Prize is the most blank award a scientist can win. Now it is known that in the Nobel Prize, not anyone can win this prize, so it is quite a prestigious award. We have after that number 3. Now number 3, the police uncovered a or an to kill the president. Thankfully, the criminals were caught and punished before they could cause any harm. So since we are talking about criminals here and that they were caught and there was some kind of harm that may be happening, so here we have the suitable word is going to be conspiracy. We have number 4. The fourth sentence, a young actor's blank death in an accident usually gets wide media coverage. Now, if it is a young person, this is something that may be unexpected, or as we can say here, that it is untimely. Moving on to the rest of our sentences, we have number 5. A cameraman's job is to blank the scenes on film. So, looking at the rest of the words that we have here, and since we are talking about a cameraman here, the most suitable word is going to be capture. Chris O'Donnell played the part of Hemingway, a blank American writer. Now, a lot of writers, they are considered to be one word. We are going to give them an adjective here. We're going to describe. So we have here the word that is suitable is going to be prominent. And then after that, the blank ending of the film surprised us. Now, if something happens suddenly, we can say that this is something abrupt. Leading us to the last sentence that we have here, blank can sometimes be a symptom of mental instability. So we have here, this word is going to be, we have here, yes, delusions. And don't forget also that we have here delusions is going to be a capital D since we are writing at the very beginning of the sentence. So we have here this is the homework that we have. Now, we are going to go back to our topic. What is the topic that we talked about? We talked about the genres, the different types of movies, and we did mention a lot of genres in our last lesson. So, which of the following genres do you like best? Do you like animation? Do you like comedy? Or do you like adventure? Maybe you like something else. But there is a very important question, why? Why do you like this type of movie? Now I'm going to give you some examples just to express the types of movies that I like here. Now the sentences that we have, we can say that adventure, animated, biographical, documentaries, drama, epic films, fantasy films, science fiction, sci-fi films, and war films. All of these are types of movies or genres. We can also add something else like comedies or horror. Now, I want you just to think about these different types of genres here. What do you prefer? And why do you like it, as we mentioned before? So you can like more than one. You can also compare between these types. So we can also use them in sentences. Now, for example here, both biographical and documentaries are non-fictional types of films. This is true. So when I talk about these types of movies here, I can agree that we have here biographical and documentaries. They are both. There are two types here. So both and documentaries are non-fictional types of films. We can take another example here and say we have here not only are animated films enjoyable, but also suitable for the whole family to watch. So how many types I'm talking about now? I'm just talking about one type, which is animated, but I'm showing the adjectives here. I'm describing them. So I can say that they are enjoyable and both suitable for the whole family to watch. Now I can join between these two adjectives by saying we have here not only, but also. So we have here these two parts, not only, but also. Not only are animated, enjoyable, but also suitable. We come to the third example here. We have here, you can watch either epic or war films if you want something heroical. So sometimes people, they like to watch something that has heroes in them. So if you want that, you can watch either epic or war, using also either or to give you some kind of choice here. So either this or that. Coming to the last sentence here, because let's just read it. We have here, neither horror nor sci-fi films are my cup of tea. Do you remember from Unit 1 we said that if you politely want to reject something, you can say that it's not my cup of tea. So this is a good way to just practice, and we have here our example. So neither sci-fi nor horror are my cup of tea. I don't like to watch neither this or this. So here the basic thing is to just concentrate that we are using something similar to either or, but this time in a negative way. Neither nor, not this or this. So what do we notice from these examples? We notice that we are talking about 2 points maybe. You can see that we have here maybe nouns like biographical or documentaries, epic and war. These are nouns. Or sometimes there are two adjectives like enjoyable and suitable. But the most important thing to notice here, you can see the circles, that I have two parts. I have two mates that come together, either, for example, either or, neither nor. I used not only but also, and I used also. We have here both and. So we can see from the sentences that we are going to use conjunctions. So what are conjunctions? You can see that we have here, like this picture here, there are many conjunctions, like for example, for, and, or, and the conjunctions that we mentioned before. So they are simple, small sentences that make a big difference in our sentence. We are going to study conjunctions in our grammar lesson, inshallah. So moving on to our objectives, you can see that we have, first of all, to deduct the grammar rules from sentences. So this is what we actually did. Now we know what we are going to focus on. We have number 2, to use paired conjunctions in sentences to connect two ideas. Notice here, paired, like the ones that I showed you. We have also number 3, to apply the correct paired conjunction in sentences depending on meaning. We're going to discuss more. We have number 4, to differentiate between a sentence and a clause. Now this is something very important, and some students, they may mix up the idea of a sentence and a clause. We come to number 5, to use independent clauses and connect them using conjunctions. So let's move on. We have our lesson, which is a very simple, light lesson. We are talking about something we use every day in our sentences. We have our conjunctions. So just to revise, we have here conjunctions are words that join things together. As you can see that we joined in our sentences, as in and, or, but, and so. You can join words, clauses, or phrases with them. So we have the idea joining. Just put in mind that we are joining things together in our sentences. They make writing flow much more smoothly without them, and you end up with lots of short sentences. So, for example, if instead of saying that I like vanilla ice cream and I like chocolate ice cream, I can just shorten the sentence and say I like vanilla and chocolate ice cream. So this is the idea that we are going to work on. Now, observing the sentences, you will notice different structures. We passed by the examples here, and I'm going to tell you that we used paired conjunctions. What are paired conjunctions? So I'm going to give you just here short examples. You can see that we have here a pair of shoes, we have pairs of socks, a pair of scissors, a pair of glasses, and also we have here the bats here that are used also for ping pong. So these are paired. Can you use one without the other? Can we also, for example, just wear one shoe without the other shoe, or one sock? Will it be useful without the other pair, and so on? So just think that we have here in these sentences, they are paired together. They are together, they must be together, and they have the same connection and the same use in the sentence. So now you have the idea of using paired conjunctions. Now, paired conjunctions, they are used just as we mentioned in the objectives to link. We are going to link, we are going to connect two words, or two phrases, or two clauses of the same type. Now, to explain this, you can see that we have here, for example, nouns are linked with nouns. Now, do you see the examples I gave you when I said, for example, sci-fi and horror, they are not my cup of tea. They are nouns. Or adjectives linked with adjectives. When I said that animations are, we have, suitable and enjoyable at the same time. Both are adjectives. Or you can link verbs also with other verbs. So the basic thing to know that you have to link the same type together. Now, we are going to just go back to our examples. Now you know the complete idea, and the examples will be much clearer now. So we have here, let's just see here, we have here biographical and documentaries. We have here both and documentaries. We have here also enjoyable as an adjective, suitable, just to make sure that you have followed up and you understood now the complete idea and noticed again what we have done. We said that we have epic and war. You can see that they are both nouns using either or. And the last one, we have horror and sci-fis. And of course, here we used neither nor. Now, there is something very important that I do have to mention now, that we must use both conjunctions together. So they are paired. Now, if we go back to these sentences, can I say, for example, both biographical documentaries? Can we say both biographical or documentaries? Can we say, for example, both biographical but documentaries? Of course, all of these sentences are incorrect. You must use the same or the paired conjunction with it. So you can see that both always comes with and. Also, neither always comes with nor. Either always comes with or. We cannot change the paired conjunction, and they must be used together in the same sentence. Now, we have something else here. We can see that we have other examples. I hate horror movies. To me, they are neither enjoyable nor exciting. Now, I'm going to give you a chance just to help me here. We have here these sentences. You can just see what are the conjunctions, the paired conjunctions, and what are we linking together. You can see here that we have here, what did you find? We have neither nor, yes, and we have the adjectives enjoyable and exciting. In the second sentence also, you can just do it before me. We have here, you can either watch a movie or read a book. I am giving you choices here using either or, and we have linking verbs together in this sentence. We are linking watch and read. So this is the example, the second one. And you can see the third one, both Ali and Ahmed are A students. Not only are they smart, but also good speakers. Now, actually, in the last lesson, we have two types of paired conjunctions. You can see that, first of all, I am talking about Ali and Ahmed, nouns, and using both and. And in the second part, we have here, not only are they smart, but also good speakers. Here I linked adjectives together. So just once again, you can see that we have here adjectives, we have verbs, we have nouns, and we have adjectives again. Now, just to look at these sentences before we move on, there's just one small thing that I want you to notice with me. Notice that I have here one sentence actually. So we have here, it's a complete sentence, and we joined or linked together. Just put that in mind. We're going to move on and you're going to just compare. Now, when connecting two subjects using either or, not only but also, or neither nor, the choice to use a singular or plural verb depends on the subject that is closer to the verb. What does this mean? Now, if I just watch here and see the two sentences, let's just start with the first one to understand what is the explanation. Neither my uncle nor my brothers want to see that documentary. I am talking about my brother and my uncles. So we have here neither my uncle, noun, nor my brothers, also a noun. But notice that I'm talking about one uncle and my brothers, plural. So that's why we have here brothers as a plural, and you can see that the verb following the plural is, we have here the base form. We have affirmative, want. There is no adding, there is nothing, because we are talking about plural at the second part, sorry. The opposite, you can see we have the same sentence, but I changed the place of the nouns. We have here neither my brothers nor my uncle. So I started with the plural, and then I have my uncle, which is singular. This time, because the last noun was singular, I added the S to the verb because it is singular form. We have here nor my brothers, nor my uncle wants to see that documentary. So here we have the last part, or the second part of the sentence. It is the one that decides what is the correct form of the verb that we're going to use. Now we have here, note that the sentences are just one complete idea. So this is the same as I mentioned before when I say, you can see that we have here one sentence, one complete idea. Yes, we have two nouns, we have two adjectives or two verbs, but the idea is just one idea. Now, just to show you here, we have here an independent clause is a group of words that includes a subject and a verb. It expresses a complete thought and can stand alone as a sentence. We have here, I ordered a printer online. You can see that we have here an independent clause. It means that we have here a complete idea in it. You understand it completely. Now, two or more independent clauses can be combined with coordinating conjunctions, conjunction words like and, but, or, so, and yet. So when I just explained that we have one idea using the paired conjunctions, here I'm going to use independent clauses that give me a complete idea. We're going to see more. What does this mean? Now, we can see that we have here complete sentences. We have actually three sentences. We have two parts. Now, these parts are called clauses. These clauses, they are divided, and each clause has a different idea in it. Now, we have, for example, the first one, going back to the example that I had in the last slide. I ordered a printer online. This is a complete idea. I know that I ordered a printer and I'm telling you about it. The second part is I have to order ink. So this is the second idea. I joined the two ideas together by using one conjunction. So you are going to either use paired conjunctions with one idea, or the opposite. You are going to use one conjunction with two ideas. So we have here, I ordered a printer online, but now I have to order the ink. The same applies in the second sentence. We have the second one. The class is too cold for me. So this is an independent clause. I can give you information here and tell you that the class is too cold for me. The second clause, or the second idea, is I take a jacket even in summer. I join the two ideas. You can see that they have different meanings by using the correct conjunction. So why do you take a jacket even summer? Because the class is too cold for me. I can say this in another way using a conjunction. I can say the class is too cold for me, so I take a jacket even in summer. We have the last sentence. We have I liked the book, yet I hated the film. So these are two separate ideas, that you like the book, and the second one that you hated the movie or the film. So we have here, you can just join them together and give a complete sentence using the two clauses here. We have here, I liked the book, yet I hated the film. So here you can see that we have here, these are just one conjunctions used to join two ideas together. Note when a sentence includes two independent clauses joined by a coordinating conjunction, use a comma before the coordinating conjunction. Now we have here a complete outline of what I have just explained for you. We have, first of all, number one, paired conjunctions. Now the paired conjunctions, they are both and, not only, but also, either or, neither nor. And you can see that we have here one. What is the meaning of one? I mean that there's just one idea and we are linking verbs together or nouns together or adjectives together. On the other hand, we have the second part. We have single conjunctions. Now the single conjunctions here, they are and, but, yet, or, and so. Now these single conjunctions, they join two different clauses or two ideas together. So you have to watch out here and understand that it is different from linking two ideas. It is different from linking two verbs or two nouns or two adjectives. Okay, so we have our exercise in the book. We have the exercise page 50. Now, the exercise, we complete each sentence with the correct paired conjunction and an idea of your own. So note that we are going to use paired conjunctions. And of course, you can complete with an idea of your own. Now we have the first one. We like neither fast food. So if you don't like fast food, you can say, for example, nor Chinese food. The university is both prestigious and highly recommended. He not only plays basketball well, but also football. We're either going to eat pizza or burgers. I neither watch TV nor listen to the radio. Now, actually, this exercise is very enjoyable and easy to apply because you do have the first part of the conjunction already applied in the sentences, or we can see that they are in the book. So you're going to just add the second part of the paired conjunction and complete your sentence. So this is going to be homework for you to complete. We have also on page 51. Now 51, what do we have? We have B. Combine each pair of sentences using a paired conjunction. You can see that we have here, these are two sentences. There are two parts. We're going to combine them. We're going to join them together using, as they mentioned, a paired conjunction. Now, for example, the Statue of Liberty is in New York. The Empire State Building is in New York. So why do I have two sentences? I can simply join them together. Now, the first trick is to highlight in your mind, what are you talking about? Are you talking about nouns, verbs, or adjectives? And then you can decide what to use. So we have here the joining here. We can say, of course, we have the Statue of Liberty and the Empire State Building, which are both nouns. So we can say, Both the Statue of Liberty and the Empire State Building are in New York. Number 2, she broke her leg, she dislocated her shoulder. So we have here a girl, she has an accident here. What happened to her? She broke her leg and dislocated her shoulder. Broke and dislocate, they are both verbs. So here we can say that not only did she break her leg, but also she dislocated her shoulder. And just to note here that I changed the form of the verb. We have here broke turned into break because I applied did in the sentence. Moving on, we have the third example. Bill James didn't succeed in climbing the Mount Everest. Charlie Bauer didn't succeed in climbing Mount Everest. So both of them, they didn't succeed. I have here negative in the sentence. I have they didn't succeed. So it's easy to apply the paired conjunction. We can say that we have here neither Bill James nor Charles Bauer didn't succeed in climbing Mount Everest. Now the rest is going to be homework. Also for homework, you have the page 51 exercise, which is C. Now you are going to match the independent clauses, then write them in one sentence using a coordinating conjunction and correct punctuation. So you're going to match and just use one conjunction, coordinating. At the very end, our outline is going to be, we studied paired conjunctions, we studied independent clauses, and we studied also coordinating conjunctions, which are related to independent clauses. And at the very end, we shortened sentences. We had an enjoyable grammar structure lesson. We are going to apply, inshallah, in our next lesson. So do your homework and be ready.